Okay, so checkmate checklists, which I think we've all had experience with at one point in time, are a great starting point, but oftentimes they have just way too much information than what I need. Over time, I found that I typically fly better and I'm more apt to actually use my checklist if I have a checklist that's tailored to the exact aircraft that I'm flying. I don't want any fluff, I just want items that I'm actually going to use. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a super simple color-coded checklist in Microsoft Excel that's super easy to read, use, and update if needed. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started, this does not replace the POH, so don't interpret that in any way. It's just a quick reference that I recommend you build from the POH to make normal operations go a little bit more smoothly. I also can't take credit for this checklist idea. I got it from my flight instructor, Mark, and it's a great idea that I've used for probably 60 or 70 hours and it hasn't let me down yet. Okay, let's jump into Excel and I'll show you how to get started. So I do have Microsoft Excel open here, but the same thing would work for Google Sheets or Apple Numbers if you want to do that. Just the exact formatting may be a little different. But as long as you can have a spreadsheet that you can export to a PDF and print, you're good to go. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is kind of figure out the bounds of our checklist. So there's a couple of different ways that we can do that. We can just hit Command P or Control P. And it pulled up on my other monitor here, but then just hit cancel. And you'll see that these checkered lines appear right here. So we've got them between column N and O, and then we can scroll down, we've got them between rows 45 and 46. So this is going to outline what a full page is going to print out as. Now the other thing that you can do is you can come over here to View, and you can go to Page Layout Mode, and this will allow you to view exactly what a page looks like. And you'll see that we have these weird margins around here, so we need to change those. So to change the margins, we'll go to Page Layout, we'll go to Margins, and then we'll do custom margins. Now, just a couple that I found that work fine is the top, we'll go 0.1. On the left-hand side, we will go, with the header, we'll go 0.1. With the left and the right, we'll go with 0.4. And then on the bottom, I also want to go with 0.1 and a 0.1 footer. So when we do that, you'll see that it opens up our margins a lot. So now we have a lot more room to work with. Now at this time, we need to decide what we want to include on the checklist. So I do recommend, like I said earlier, use the POH as a reference for your normal operating procedures. But I like to remove kind of the explanatory text and the unnecessary items, oftentimes like the friction lock on Piper aircraft. I set it once and I never touch it again, so I don't need it on every single starting checklist on the aircraft. So if you just find those little things that you'd like to tailor to how you fly the aircraft, I feel like you're much more apt to use it and use it effectively. The goal here is to make it easy and reliable to use. Checklist should never feel like a burden because then you're just not going to use it. So what I typically do for my standard formatting is I put this tail number in cell A1 and I try to just make it a little bigger so we can bump up our size to say 18 or 20 point font, and then we'll make this one for November 3029 hotel checklist. Like I said, unless you own 3029 hotel now, put whatever your tail number is. And then I like to use just a basic color coding system. You can copy mine or make your own, but for me, green is starting, blue is normal operating procedures, orange is shutdown, gray is just your V speeds, and then red's going to be your emergency procedures. Now I do want to show you, give you a better visual representation of what we're dealing with. So I'm going to minimize this page and we'll go over to this one. Now, this is my completed 3029 hotel checklist, and this is the exact one that I've used for a ton of hours. If you have a Piper Dakota, email me, DM me, whatever, and I can send you a copy of this if you'd like. Okay, and then the way I format this is I do normal operating procedures on the left-hand side, and then I can put my V speeds down here below shutdown. And then on the right-hand side, I've just got my emergency procedures. Now, the beauty of this is what I do is when I print it off, I fold it in half. So you'll see that I've got it here, and I've got my normal operating procedures on this side, and I've got my emergency procedures on that side. So this is just a really small, single-handed checklist. So you can hold it in either hand while you're holding on your yoke, throttle, whatever you need. And then you've got it right here. And you've got quick color codes for your different phases of flight. I also would recommend having a dedicated one for your pre-flight. So I've got one just for pre-flighting 172. So instead of having all of the unnecessary information on your primary checklist, just have this card in your hand when you're walking around the airplane. And then when you're done, you can switch to your primary checklist. And I just like to stick it up between the glare shield and the windshield. So then it's just always right there. But also my Sporty's flight bag has a nice little pocket that I slide it into. So either way, you want to do that there. The first time you make it, I probably wouldn't worry about laminating it because it's going to change. I think I changed mine like 5 times and I laminated every single one. So it was always super frustrating. But just make one, print it out, fly with it a little bit, mark it up how you want to change it, and then go in and make your changes. Like I said earlier, you're going to want to fold it in half. I like to print it on as thick of paper as I can get my hands on. I fold it in half and then I laminate it so it's pretty tough. Like, yeah, I think it holds up pretty good. I mean, these have a few hours on them, so the corners are starting to peel, but it doesn't take anything to print it off. If you don't have access to a printer or laminator, office supply stores like Staples or Office Depot do have printing and laminating services. Just make sure that it's folded correctly and they don't laminate the entire sheet for you. Now, I do have a couple of tips and tricks for making these checklists. So if you have a hard time getting the formatting right with margins alone, you can, at least on Windows computers, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it on an Apple computer, but when you go to print something, you can say fit all columns on one page and you can shrink it down to one column, or you can shrink it down to all your columns. Just note that if you have a lot of columns and your font's not very big, it's going to make it really, really small. So that'll get you a little bit of flexibility, but it's not going to make it just an open canvas. The other thing that you can do while in normal view is you can come and highlight all of your cells that are in the checklist. And then you can come here to page layout, print area, and set print area. And that'll do the same thing where it just makes the page conform to what cells you have selected. And then another thing, especially like if you're in manufacturing like I am dealing with ISO certifications and stuff, you may want to go ahead and just add like a revision date and revision number. So then if you have more than one of these, especially in a flying club, you can just make sure that you're always using the latest rev. That's far from a requirement, just a little something that I may add to mine. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, email me, DM me, however you want. Like I said, I can share these templates if you guys have a Piper Dakota or a 172M model. I just think this is a great tool to use, and I want as many people to leverage it as possible. So thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you have any other great checklist ideas, put them in the comments below. I would love to hear about others' experience with custom checklists. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You guys fly safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.